Quarterback Fernando Mendoza.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Just your thoughts on your debut as a Hoosier.
Yeah, so never take a win for granted. 1-0, I mean, that's fantastic. I'm extremely honored and blessed to be the Indiana's quarterback, have the opportunity to go out there, help lead us to victory. I would say on my own performance, not up to my standard. I need to be on better rhythm, better timing, and better accuracy, especially on balls downfield. And I think, personally myself, I've definitely left some things out there. However, I thought our O-line played great, thought our running backs played great, and I need to give our tight ends and receivers more opportunities in the pass game.
Coach Signetti said he's working on, one of the focuses was speeding up your process. What does that mean, and how do you kind of go about doing that in fall camp and getting that right?
Yeah, so I think that, speeding up the process and progression through, your whole entire read kind of basis is extremely important, especially when you're getting a lot of pressure and you have people open and I would say I was playing a little bit more lackadaisical today, which I can't have, which also was kind of a privilege because our O-line was blocking so well. However, the timing of the routes, when you're late to the routes, it doesn't really time up very well. So although that we have great protection, I still got to stay, attentive on the process every single play and stay in rhythm and timing so I can hit those guys out of the breaks with anticipation like we've been doing all fall camp.
What did you notice in the red zone on this series that kind of came up short?
Yeah, I thought ODU did a great job, and evidently we got to finish. And I think that's just an accountability part for myself, and I think the whole offense, if they're all staying right here, would all take accountability for that. I mean, that's unacceptable because we had a fantastic drives where we just went right down to the 1-2 yard line. We got to punch those in. I think that it's a very different game with momentum, and that's just not playing up to our standard, including myself.
Fernando, your thoughts? You guys really ran the ball well today. Kind of pushed him around. Just your thoughts on that part of it?
Yeah, I mean, whatever helps us win. If I have one passing attempt and we run the ball 50 times and we win, I'm happy with that. So whatever helps us to win, and evidently our running backs and our O-line were doing fantastic today. And I thought we had I looked up at the scoreboard, I think it was like a halftime. We had a ton of rushing yards. So that's always great to see, especially establishing the run, because that's number one. When you establish the run, then you can establish the pass, and then you can kind of get nifty and really start being an explosive offense. So I was really proud of our offensive linemen today.
About those red zone struggles, Coach Zanetti said he wasn't sure if it was the plan or if it was execution that was lacking. What in your eyes was lacking there between the plan and the execution?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I think every play is different, and so I really need to go watch the film on it. There was a fade ball to the left that I did throw to Omar Cooper, and then I got to put it more out there. It was such a great look. I think I try to place the ball instead of actually throwing the ball. So that's on me. I talked to Omar after the drive, and I got to put it up there and high, the kind of jump ball, because he's extremely great at that, as all you guys saw last season. So that, and then also in Elijah's, I need to get his fade ball a little bit more outside so he could use his full extension and reach rather than a DB putting his hand there where the ball is supposed to go. So on those two throws, I would say I take accountability for those two throws, and the other ones I'd have to watch on film, and I would honestly leave that to Coach Signetti's discretion. I don't want to undercut our coach.
What did you see on your touchdown run, pulling it down and finally getting over the line in that goal line spot?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I believe it was 10-7 at that point. And it was great to get in the end zone, especially as a Hoosier for the first time. It was amazing. Sometimes down in the goal line, especially, we're running the ball a lot down there. Sometimes you got to, get a little gritty and throw yourself to get it in. And whatever, I can do to help us win, get touchdowns, and be an efficient offense, I'm going to do. So in that instance, I'm going to do that.
What's your mentality when you go into a play like that, knowing you might take a hit?
Yeah, no, I'm going to take a hit. I mean, hits have never been – I'm not scared of hits. I'm sure you guys have seen here. I probably got to run the ball less, get the ball to our receivers in quicker timing. I think it's what Coach Signetti's talking about. If I'm playing a better timing, I'm going to throw the receivers out of their breaks rather than waiting for them to get out of their breaks. Kind of double checking, and then it being covered, not because of the receiver's fault, just because they're college DBs, so they're good DBs as well. So I would say that probably need to scramble less to get our receivers the ball, and especially going into a play like that. I have no problem sacrificing my body for my teammates and my team.
Were you surprised that the offensive performance was so uneven? Kurt said you guys kind of last 12 days of camp were playing pretty well. You in particular, praised your performance. Were you surprised you kind of came out, didn't put it all together today and tonight?
Yeah, I can't really speak because I wasn't here, but just talking to some of the the guys, the offensive guys, said it was kind of similar to FIU last year, where might have been a little slow start. And I would say that the slow start, I take accountability for that. I think our offensive line played I thought our receivers got open. I thought our running backs played great, and I thought our tight ends blocked and caught the ball well. And so I think I got to be better, and so we can work more as a well-oiled machine. Because I think all of our guys have been playing at a really high level, especially in the second year of offense. All those guys executed at a really high level last year, as we saw, as they had an 11-win season. So I got to be able to insert myself and play with better time and rhythm, like Coach Signetti said.
Two more. Fernando, what was your first impression of the environment in Memorial Stadium?
Oh, it was fantastic. The student section, that was packed out before we even kicked the ball off, was amazing, and it was great to see. I know all our Hoosier players, including myself, we all appreciate that, and we all love Hoosier Nation coming out, and really appreciate them showing their support.
Last one.
What was the sideline like seeing Jonathan Brady run that punt back?
Oh, it was fantastic. The previous drive, we got down to the 1. Unfortunately, got stopped. It was 7-0. At this point, we're like, all right, come on, guys, we got to finish. Next drive, next opportunity we get, we're going to score. Then Jonathan Brady takes that punt back, and that's fantastic. That's always a great break, especially special teams. People don't really view it as that, but it's such a large part of the game, and I have such an advantage, especially with such a disciplined and amazing special teams coaching staff that we have here. It just shows that we're able to, go over those margins and make those big special teams plays when needed. So, I'm really happy for Jonathan Brady and everybody else that was on the punt return team blocking for him, and it was really good, great break for us.
Great. Thanks, Fernando.
Thank you, guys.